conversation combos. Brian, as usual, is late to the party because he had to drink some of my coffee. So, it was kind of weird that I did the intro. You always do the intro, but it's raw. That's how you know it's genuine. So,
this is me pouring my phone.
We're gonna do
that I get for this segment.
Yeah. We're gonna do anime first. First anime.
Yeah, first animes.
Okay, most recent anime.
Yeah, most recent animes.
And why we liked it, or if we didn't like it. But
one thing I definitely gotta say, you haven't had the chance to check it out, but Demon Slayers.
Yes.
Demon Slayers, that shit was fucking, I stopped watching it because I was waiting for the rest of the episodes, and then when I finally caught up to the episodes, I was like, damn, bro, shit was fire. There's, so much combat and stuff, which is what I love in animes, so it's just able to see that, and then all, the character development, and also the characters' backstories, too. It's crazy how each character, they went through their own, trauma and stuff like that. Even, the ones that, you wouldn't expect that from them. You wouldn't expect that. The most calm and collective ones had, the most, darkest trauma. There was one that his mother turned out to be a demon, and she turned into a demon at night, and then fucking ended up killing, pretty much his siblings and stuff like that. And his brother was the one that saved him, so right before the mother was about to attack him, the brother came out of nowhere and tackled the shit out of her through the window, and he was like, just run! And he was just baffled and stuff like that because he's over here seeing all his siblings that are freaking pretty much mauled and separated and bit and everything like that, blood all over the place. And come into the night, freaking he sees his brother, and then his mom is pretty much dead, and his brother's laying over the body outside, and the sun came up, and the dude was just yo, why'd you kill mom? Why'd you do this? And stuff like that. Just pretty much hated his brother at that point, but it took him a couple years to kind of mature and actually fully understand that the reason why he killed mom was because of the fact that she was a demon and she was actually trying to kill him.
Yeah.
Also,
kind of a no choice. I have to.
Yeah, basically. So he always resented his brother, but then when now he looked at it, he's just now I know the reason why my brother defended me. After all these years. So it's crazy. It goes in depth, and how each there's a specific name for it, but how each I guess you can call it samurai or whatever that. They had their own element that they specialize in, but the main character, he was able to at least utilize two to maybe three different elements, which I thought was cool. But he only learned the third element from one of his close friends in the group, because he was telling him also muscle wise that if you're gonna plant your foot, you gotta act like your foot is a whole muscle, and when you step on the ground, you gotta use every bit of that muscle, so that way when you decide to dash out or speed forward, you're using the full momentum of the full potential. Yeah, the full potential of the foot. So he went from literally just running normally to just lightning fast speed. Yeah. So I thought that was pretty dope.
I love that aspect of not using the full potential of the human body, or what the full potential of what a person is capable of. Yeah. And how you take it to another height and heighten it, and by doing that it amplifies whatever powers or whatever you have.
Yeah. I mean, I like seeing the character development too, because certain characters, you see how scrawny and skinny they start out, the next they start working out, they start doing all these exercises, and this dude was going from scrawny to skinny to freaking now he's has nice forearms, and he's pretty jacked up and stuff like that. Still has the same personality and everything like that, still goofy and everything, but he has the muscles to back it up and everything, and it's just it's crazy to see that progress comes so far along. It's goddamn, dude, that's Oh my god, it's such amazing.
Yeah. I'd say the anime you got me on, Invincible.
Oh yeah.
I mean, and I'm not gonna lie, I watched Jeffrey Dean Morgan's part with my wife. I was just sitting there.
Oh, you played it for her?
Yeah, I played it for her, and she was like, "Holy crap!" She's like, that's him.
I showed our boy Ray that too, because even Ray, he was just like, he's like, oh shit, he's like, is that Jeffrey D. Morgan? I'm like, yup. And then he heard the part where he was just like, I don't know what you had to do and stuff like that. Normally there's just so many planet parameters that we have to go through before we start killing people, but whatever you did, and I don't really care, but I thank you for it. Yeah. Oh, and then right there, that movie's like, yep, like that's definitely Negan.
Definitely. There was a lot of like key moments where
there was a lot of Negan in there.
You were like, okay, yeah, that sounds like Jeffrey Dean Morgan. Oh, that sounds like Negan. Yeah. There was Jeffrey Dean Morgan, and then there was Negan.
Especially when he was doing the laughs and stuff like that. He's like, see, still plenty. I was like, yo. Nah, you could tell he had fun.
He was like antagonizing him, like, come on.
And then when he blew the freaking bubble of like blood, and then he shaped it to a heart, and I was just like, are you trying to say that you love this? Or are you saying that like you're breaking his heart because he's not utilizing his full potential? And I was like, damn, dude. Oh man, and then Oliver, dude, Oliver, bro, like yo. I don't know what's going to happen this upcoming season, but all I can tell you that Oliver, he's going to get a lot stronger.
He's got to get a lot stronger because, I mean...
Dude, he's going to be a teenager by the age... He's actually, no, he might even be a fucking adult the next time we see him.
Yeah, that's a possibility. They could do it that way where, you know, they jump forward a little bit and make him an adult because when you think about it, he beat... Conquest, which was their main guy that they sent down.
Yeah, but now they gotta send other people there because...
Exactly. And by the time they get word of, oh, Conquest is defeated, okay, now we're gonna have to send a group of them down. By that point, he could be an adult by then.
Yeah.
They could jump it forward a little bit. So, but, yeah, no, I'm definitely hyped up for March just to see if it comes out like right in March or if it comes out like right around like maybe the end of March.
Well, I know for a fact they're obviously, unfortunately, they're going to do it episode by episode, but still, regardless, yes, it's definitely going to be something that's going to be.
Yeah, because they released it they said not annually, it was something they said.
I think it's like bi-weekly.
Yeah, something like that, bi-weekly or weekly.
Yeah,
but. Which is the killer, like you said. And that's why I hesitate to watch animes, especially, I mean, not even just animes, like TV shows.
Yeah, TV shows in general, because I do the same thing too. I wait for it to like build up, and then that's when I binge watch it.
Yeah, I mean, that's like a show I used to watch with my wife. I'm trying to think. Ozark. When I was watching Ozark with her. And that's a drama series basically about a family, and come to find out that, you know, some smuggling's happening in the business that he's working for, and he didn't realize it, and he caught it. And so he had tried to stop, like he stopped it, and then come to find out that it was connected to a high, like, drug lord or whatever. And basically he sent men to find out why it got stopped and why his money didn't show up. And he ends up into some crap, and he ends up becoming part of the, you know, the ring of like dealing drugs and
I've never seen the show, so
money laundering.
I don't really, unfortunately, I don't really know what you're talking about, but
it's 4 seasons.
Oh, 4 seasons.
And no, it's not.
He says
I got to the last season and I was watching it, and then there was like I think 2 episodes left or whatever.
I think like a good amount of seasons to roll with is like if a show has like 8 seasons. Yeah. It's like, okay.
That's like a sweet spot where you have enough to watch. Sit
like
down
8 to 12 seasons, and it's like, okay, I can bench watch this. But like something that's like 4 seasons, I see what you're saying, because it's just like, dude, I could knock that shit out in the fucking park.
Like all it takes is like a weekend, and you know, whoever could watch it, bench watch it, or even like within a couple weekends. It's like if I want to watch, like if something's like 8 or 12 seasons long, that's going to take me at least a year or two to watch, if not more. Which by then they would hopefully come out with a little more content, or I'll find something else to watch. But yeah, that was the big thing. We got to the last couple episodes, and I was like, my wife kept asking me. She's like, "Oh, you want to watch it? You want to watch it?" I'm like, "No, no." And she's like, "Why not?" I'm like, "Because I grew an understanding and a bond with each character and why they are the way they are, and I'd hate to just get to the end and be like, okay, this is over. Now I don't have any connection with those characters." It's kind of like when I played Persona. I played Persona and I literally went on hiatus like right before the final fight or the final boss. I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna put this on hold. And finally Ray convinced me. He was like, "Oh, you need to finish this. Like, I'm telling you, you could play through it again, like, and have different outcomes, and you got New Game Plus and all that." I'm like, all right. So I played through it, and it's just like, I don't know, that feeling where when I get into an anime or a show and then I get attached to the characters, and it makes me upset when it ends, and I'm like, dude.
Yeah.
I'm like...
No, I hear you on that.
It's kind of like when you read a book, and you're getting towards the end, and you're like, dude, I'm really liking this book. Like, I don't want it to end. Is there going to be another book? And then you start looking up stuff, and you're like when I first watched when I was young, and I first watched the Harry Potter movies, I was like, when I got to the last one, and they were talking about, oh, we're coming out with a 2-part Deathly Hallows, and I was like, oh, hell yeah. So I got 2 movies now instead of 1 to watch.
Yeah.
I mean, which, granted, some people say that was a dumb idea or whatever. But so I got to the end of it, and I was like, dang, like, this sucks, because now I like a lot of these characters. I know their backstories a lot, and what they are capable of and stuff, and then all of a sudden it's like ripped out from under you, like, oh, yep, they're not gonna be relevant anymore.
Yeah.
That's like,
dude, that I'm not gonna lie to you, that shit pissed me off with this was the one you watched with me too, was the Jujutsu Kaisen.
Yeah.
Dude, I felt so bad for Junpei. I felt so bad for him. Because he got manipulated so fucking bad, and it was just like, damn, dude. Because he was already getting bullied for being a fucking nerd, and then they try to make it seem like, oh, you're a pervert, you're over here trying to, like, fucking take pictures of her, or, like, trying to, like, go underneath her skirt, and it's just like, dude, like, you guys are the douchebags that just keep her invited into your fucking party in hopes that, you guys can cop a feel off of her. Then when he put them on blast, then they start beating him up more, because he pretty much labeled out the truth. Then he goes to the movie, he's just trying to enjoy himself on a fucking day off from school. Actually, he skipped school.
Yeah.
So he wanted to skip school and actually watch a movie, whatever like that, and then the fucking bullies ended up being there. And then fucking that's when that dude with all the stitches and shit like that came through, and he was just like...
turned him into a demon.
Yeah, and he fucking... Yeah. Well, like I said, he turned him into a demon at the end.
He took him under his wing.
Yeah, he turned the bullies into demons only because, like, I feel like he automatically knew that, like, that kid felt some type of way about him, so he used that as, like...
leverage.
Empathy. And he was trying to ignite his fire. He's just like, okay, I know there's hatred in his heart, so I'm gonna use that. And then
once he's exhausted it, I'll use him as a puppet.
And it was so fucked up because it's like he had so much potential. And then for him to fucking do him like that, especially like, dude, he didn't fucking deserve that. Especially when he was right there talking to him and stuff like that. Just like, dude, he had him in the headlock as he was a demon. It's like, dude, like, we can fix you, we can help you. But even though I feel like deep down he knew for a fact, like, dude, like, I can't help you. It's like when
he felt what we felt, because he was like, dude, you had so much potential. Like, why did this happen?
Yeah, because he was getting photo memory, or not photo memory, but like photographic like type of like images of the future of him being part of the crew and stuff like that, and him, Junpei being with the group, and him actually having a family and friends and stuff like that.
Yeah, kind of like instead of his life flashing before his eyes, it was the guy. It was
his potential
flashing before his eyes.
Yeah,
which I mean, I think a lot of us do is like that's what I do with almost a lot of the characters. I mean, even if they don't die, it's just like it flashed before my eyes. I'm like, you could have did this, they could have did that, like we could have did this. Like why are we ending here? It could keep going. And I mean, I don't expect any like anime or TV show to go on forever, obviously. But it just sucks, and I'm sure everybody can relate to that. That like they have an anime or a movie where they're like, I wish it could just keep going, but
like the Tomorrow War with Chris Pratt. That was actually a really good movie. You seen that one?
No, I heard about it.
Oh, you haven't seen it? Oh, okay, so I'll shut my mouth. But that movie is a good movie. That's another movie that I'm hoping that they do a sequel towards to. Oh, the last recent Guardians of the Galaxy. You saw that one?
I might have. I've seen a couple. I've seen a handful of them, but I'm not sure which one.
Okay, yeah, because I don't want to say too much, and then
it's hard for me to tell. Because
the one where fucking what's her name?
The green girl. What's his name? Chris Pratt's girl.
Is it Gamora? I believe that's her name. Gamora. I believe that's her name.
Sure.
I believe that's her name. But yeah, her sister, when she was trying to fucking unlock the door, it was an old classic door, and he kept on like saying like, oh, like you gotta like.
Oh, the blue one, the girl.
Yeah.
She's blue trying to unlock it. I'm trying to think. I can't remember.
I just didn't know if you've seen it, and I didn't want to.
I'll just assume I haven't seen it, just in case.
All right.
But, I know what's his name. Remember?
Yeah, Volume 3. That's what it was.
Who's that guy with? He flies the ship.
Oh, Nebula. That's
Nebula.
her name.
Yeah.
She's the blue one, and yeah, I did get it right. It was Gamora.
Gamora.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm trying to remember.
I call her Dahora, but
Dahora. I'm trying to remember that guy with the little goatee and
he drives
the ship. He's like bald. He has a raspy voice. He's like he was in The Walking Dead, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, you're talking about Shane's brother.
Yeah,
that was in The Walking Dead.
Merle.
Yeah, Merle. Yeah, Yodel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember he died. I know that much.
Yeah. Because he died in, I think it was the second one. Yeah, he died in the second one.
Okay.
Because they kept on saying, like, you will never, ever get, like, a final resting place or, like, you know, their, like, type of send-off way. Like, you know, whatever like that. Because he betrayed, you know, the council or whatever, like, the group that they were in. And then he finally sacrificed himself, but that was, you know, he had to do it. But yeah, that was the third one. There was a lot of like back history of Rocket and how Rocket is. So I'm not gonna go into details, but I would definitely recommend, since you have the Disney Plus, I would definitely recommend you checking that out, because that one's actually like pretty sad.
Yeah, I don't think I saw it because I don't recognize the walrus.
Yeah, because like my eyes kind of like watered up.
Yeah,
because it was really sad, and it was just like, damn, dude, like you kind of like you feel some type of, and you hold a lot more respect to Rocket and the reason why he is and stuff like that. So.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, I feel like when I met throughout the first one and the second one, I kind of came to realize Rocket is kind of, I mean, he seems like he's overprotective and
a
hard ass, but at the same time,
for good reason.
I can kind of see that, because I mean, I've seen that in other movies and other animes and stuff like that. Typically, when someone's a hard ass or like very protective, it's because either one, they've experienced something that has caused like trauma or caused other people trauma around them, or they just have been through what you're going through now, and they kind of don't necessarily know how to handle it, but they are familiar to it's familiar.
They have a tolerance.
Yeah.
They have a tolerance for it, so they kind of like understand like the gist and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But another anime that I'm tempted to watching, but I know this is like a freaking long haul fucking One Piece, and I know for a fact that's gonna be a long one for me. So that one I'm gonna start it, but I already know for a fact that one's gonna be long haul, because I've watched Obviously, I've watched Naruto, I've watched Dragon Ball Z, I've watched Full Metal Alchemist. I gotta actually go back to Full Metal Alchemist because I don't really remember too much of it, but I know that show definitely goes into. You say Full Metal Alchemist, right?
Bits and pieces. I need to finish it though.
And then Bleach. I believe I finished watching. But that's the thing. There's just like so many different animes.
So yeah, I gotta watch Full Metal Alchemist again because it's been too long.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't remember shit. And then one that I want to watch is One Piece because I haven't watched One Piece at all.
Yeah, because fucking Sean keeps on fucking pouring it down the throats, and it's just like, dude, like I don't know what the fuck you guys are talking about. But then I see clips and stuff like that on like TikTok and everything like
from what I've seen.
And then Eduardo puts me on it too because he's just like, yo, like my boy Luffy just like saw this shit, whatever like that. I'm like, dude, I'm not fucking there.
Yeah. Well, and I mean, I like the concept behind a lot of their powers because their powers are seeds.
Yeah.
So you can get a seed that is your power. And I kind of like that idea of like it being a object within you. Basically, it's kind of like what was it?
Jujutsu Kaisen with the fingers.
Yeah, the fingers, or the panda that had a core, and he had 3 cores, one for each weapon that he can use. And it's kind of like that. You have a core, and that's basically, your power, the source of your power.
Yeah.
I like that concept a bit to a degree. Obviously, there could be flaws with that, because if you get that core removed, then your power goes away, and you're normal. But, I mean, it's tomato.
Yeah.
That could, if you get it taken away, I mean, that could mean you're dead, or that could mean you're just normal and you lost your power. I mean, and then you get to live a normal life. But, I mean, so another anime would be, we didn't watch it recently, or I didn't watch it recently, but High School of the Dead definitely falls in that category of, an anime that I love, and I know you really like it.
Yeah.
But I really wish that they would have continued because it sucked watching the whole thing and being like, oh yeah,
I mean, I was surprised when I got the color continuum because we went to Barnes and Noble randomly one day. I'm telling you guys, go to Barnes and Noble on random days. That's when you start finding some random stuff that you never really.
So the thing is, you got to go there with no mission, and you just go looking through the books, and just grab it.
Because, like, I'm telling you, like 9 times out of 10, I always find something like that I never really like. When we went most recently, I wasn't even expecting that many figurines, and I was just like, gotta hold back. I was just like, damn, bro, like the figurines, they were actually decent price, and it's just like, damn, bro, like the stop motion I could do with this and stuff like that. Because I used to do stop motion. That's another hobby I want to go back from our old podcast that we did. Because doing stop motion, it's very time consuming, but when you piece all of the timing frames and stuff like that, because you got to move it like literally like inch by inch, second by second, so that way it all like looks very fluid and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's crazy how it comes out, because just seeing like how it all like really blends together, and especially with the apps that they have now and stuff, like they literally have an app that's called Stop Motion, and I was just like, I didn't even know they had this app, and downloaded it on my iPad, and I was like, oh shit, I'm like, okay, all right, now I could use this to my arsenal. But it's beautiful, and I don't know anyone out there who really collects figurines that much, but when you do get into like that type of hobby, it's always nice to go to your nice friendly Hobby Lobby. Have you been there, or you've heard of it?
Yeah, I've heard of Hobby Lobby. Down here we got Michael's.
Yeah. So basically kind of the same premise, but like you get yourself like cases. a little clear case, and that has little dividers. I got mine for like, it was actually like under like $5. I got it for like two something, whatever, like that, dirt cheap, and literally put all like the accessories. So I had like Goku and all his accessories in one spot. Then I had Manji Buu, all his accessories in one spot. I had Vegeta. I had Trunks. I did not have Vegeta. That was the one that I've been trying to get. But I had Trunks, Future Trunks, and then I had Broly. Who else did I had? I had like a couple other ones, but you get the gist. It's like a nice way to kind of like platterize your stuff, so that way it's a lot easier to access.
I had on that glass cabinet out that's in my living room. It has a light in it and everything, and it originally had a shelf that divided it in half. So I was able to put some figurines on the bottom, some on the top. And I was able to, like you said, put the stuff around it on the ground, around the base of it. I have no clue what happened to the glass shelf. I think it broke probably during the move, or several moves. And then I also had on Amazon, it's in Save for Later. It's on my cart, but it's a big glass shelf. It's like a big glass cabinet, probably as tall as a bookcase, and it's got multiple tiers of shelves. And you push it and it opens, and it's got LED lights around it.
Oh, nice.
And it's motion sensor, so if you walk in front of it, it lights up as soon as you walk in front of it.
That's dope.
You can change the lights, so that's what I'm going to get.
Dude, it's just like stuff like that, bro. It's just like, like for us guys, that's just like, like that's the bee's knees right there. Like, you just think about it, it's like, oh god, like, that'd be so fire. Like, so many figurines I would put in that bitch. And then it's not even like perverted figurines. It could just be like figurines that we love.
Well, it could be Berserk.
Like exactly. Like, like having Berserk figurines, having Naruto figurines and stuff like that. That was also who I had. I had Naruto and I had Sasuke, and I was having Sasuke fight Future Trunks with, like, they both had their sword, which I thought would have been dope, because imagine Sasuke versus Future Trunks, and then like him like teleporting using his Rinnegan. So it's like the minute that they're about to fight, he teleports, puts his hand on top of Trunks' head, and then fucking teleports him. Like, I was thinking like so many crazy shit, and then that's the dope thing when you have these figurines, because it's like, oh, what if I have him do this? What if I have him do that? Another anime, Chainsaw Man. Chainsaw Man, that one was pretty fire. Oh, you haven't even started that?
No.
Damn.
Well, I've seen bits and pieces. I think I've seen the first couple episodes because Sean put it on when I was there. But I don't even freaking remember. I remember this lady showed up to talk to him. She was in a suit or whatever. And then I remember a scene where he ended up in this like warehouse place and ends up killing a bunch of people or things or whatever. And there's just bodies everywhere in there.
Yeah, that's like literally the first episode.
Yeah.
No, I mean, it's a good anime once you go more into it.
It's not good when it's on your computer flashing in your face.
Yeah, I know, for real. Like, try to keep away from those types of live wallpapers. We don't want no flashy flash. Just give me just like straight normal like panel. I don't need like the flashbang and fucking
like you're getting flashbanged every time you're trying to use a computer flashbang.
But yeah, I had Chainsaw Man too, also as a figurine, which nice. I think I showed you some pictures.
So what? You don't have your figurines anymore?
No, I had to sell them, man. Unfortunately, I know I regretted it too, because I was just like, damn, bro. But then I'm thinking about it to myself, and I was like, you can always get them back. But now that I'm thinking about it, I'm just like, now the price is the price.
Well, not only that, but it didn't benefit you in the longevity.
It only benefited me. Yeah, it only benefited me for that point.
Moment.
Yeah, just to get the money, because like when shit hits the fan, and then you don't got people to help you out in the fan, then you're fucking getting smacked with the fucking propellers, and you're like.
Yeah,
like, I can't stop.
You're like, okay, well, I'll sell this shit, and then it's like, okay, I sold what I know and what I love to try and make it, and then it's like it's not enough, and it's like, dude, like I just sold what I hold dear to me because I wanted to make it, and then you look at it as, oh, well, that was, that should have been easy. It's like. It wasn't easy. That's like me asking you to sell your makeup sets.
Yeah.
Like, or your ticket, anything like that.
Yeah.
But, besides the point. So, I would say,
we going off of still animes?
We could do, what anime would you want to be in?
What anime would I want to be in?
But you also have to, you can't, yeah, we'll leave it at that. What anime do you want to be in? Sorry.
What anime would I want to be in? I mean, it's between. Okay, so it's Naruto and Dragon Ball Z for me.
Naruto and Dragon Ball Z.
Only because like I like the hand signs, which I kind of piss me off when they start to like trying to like they strayed away from it when it hit Boruto. Because once Boruto happened, they strayed away from like all like the fucking like the hand signs. It was just nothing but like people giving hands, which it was good, but then it was just like you kind of miss like like the hand signs and stuff like that.
Okay, so then let's say. You could be in any anime you want, and obviously you're your own character. You're an OC character, and your power could be anything. Like you can, if your power involves you doing hand signs, that's fine. So you can do the hand signs in other animes.
Yeah.
So what anime would you still pick?
Oh, still hands down.
Still hands down. Dragon Ball Z and Naruto.
No. Yeah.
Naruto.
Yeah. Still hands down. It's just I like the idea because it was like I didn't know this was the crazy part. I didn't know you can use other people's hands to make the hand signs. Yeah. So when I saw that shit in combat, like the fight between Obito and Kakashi, like that is like the hand down like best fucking fighting scene I've ever seen in Naruto. To see a nigga to actually use
someone
else's hand. Like you're talking about, like he literally like looked at you eye to eye and he said, "Can I borrow this?" And I was like, "Yo, what you mean?" And then, dude, he did the fire style with Kakashi's own hand, and I was like, "Dude, the disrespect." He was like, "Dude, we go way back, but doesn't mean I ain't gonna pull out all the fucking stops." But Kakashi, he held up his own too, because Kakashi's fucking smart and. That's the intellect with Kakashi because he's a copycat ninja, but he's been through. He's a shinobi. He was in the Anbu Black Ops, so it was just like even him being in there, he was able to see so many things and strategize and shit like that. He used a fucking kunai to kind of pretend that it was like a body or whatever like that. He used a clone, and the clone was a electric clone. So when Obito fucking did like a kick to him, it shocked him, and he was like, "What the fuck?" And then he just boom. I was like, "Damn!" I was like, "Okay." Like, yo, it was just that's just crazy.
I definitely can. I fuck with Naruto. That's for sure. Dragon Ball's always been hard with me. It's a great anime, clearly, because the amount of seasons and the amount.
Yeah, I mean, especially now they're going to start bringing some of the other stuff back.
I think
it's a new one.
It's just the aspect of space with me that makes it hard to, There's a lot of animes that do that where it's like they involve space, and I kind of pull back from it because I'm like, I don't know. I think it's just because there's so much unknown out there, so you never know when there's a stronger enemy going to come up.
Yeah.
Like, they could be like, I come from planet,
Yeah.
Ubagabra. And, it's kind of like the Invincible anime we were watching. It's like, you just don't know. Like, a stronger enemy could come from anywhere. And I guess I could appreciate Invincible because they kept it 90% on Earth.
Yeah.
It rarely ever went into space.
Because you gotta think that, like, there's a lot of resources on Earth. That's why the Viltrumites were just like, yo, like we need those fucking resources. Like, what about the people? It's just like, fuck them. If they don't commit to our fucking cause, then fuck them. And then we'll keep a fucking handful. And if they still don't want to fucking come over, then we're gonna fucking kill them all. Yeah. And then look at their own fucking planet. They depleted half of their fucking population. And they're down to like fucking 50 or less, like Omni-Man said. Yeah. And it's just like, when you think of it like that, you're doing a cleansing, and then within that cleansing, now you're depleting your population, and now you're
spreading them thin.
Yeah, you're spreading them thin, and then you're losing those reinforcements. So like anything that you had for extra and stuff like that is now depleted, and now you only got like maybe like 40 to 30 people that can get sent out. Yeah, against like all the different types of planets that's around within just that universe. You're not talking about different other universes, So that's where it kind of plays a part into like where you're saying is like when it gets more deeper and dapper into space, it's just like damn.
Yeah, because like you said, I mean, it comes down to Earth has a lot of resources, but then what happens if they come across another planet that has even more resources?
Yeah.
Then Earth becomes not so important. Therefore, you remove Earth, which removes a ton of characters, a ton of people and potential. But then it's like, oh, well, this other planet could have tons of people and tons of potential. But then it's like, yeah, but we don't know if they're gonna have powers. Maybe every living thing on that planet has superpowers. Then you have superpowers aren't so unique and cool anymore.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I have, invisibility. Who cares? Everybody has that power here. Yeah. And it's like,
then you got people like fucking Cecil who likes to take fucking villains and shit like that and reform them. And it's just like, that's all good and all, but then it's just like, when you think about it, it's just like, dude, like, this person was literally murdering fucking people. Like, he literally murdered people.
Yeah.
Like how is that, like, how fucking invincible, how Mark said, it's just like, how is that okay? Yeah. Like, that's not fucking right. Yeah. He should be in fucking jail and prison. And then it's just for him to be okay with that Cecil. And then when he went through, because you saw the backstory, and he's just like, oh, well, let me express my gratitude. So if you express your gratitude there, why would you try to reinforce it and bring it back to now? Now you start to see the rationale and see the benefit of it. It's like you should have stuck to what you said, but now you fell fickle because now you're starting to realize the Earth isn't as protected as it should be.
Yeah.
So now you gotta start relying on different ends. Just like, you're a bad guy, but you have qualities and potential, and I want to utilize those. So you can either serve your time in prison, where you're going to be pretty much locked up your whole entire life, or you can serve your country, and you can get, whatever type of stuff we can give you.
Yeah, and it's kind of like you said. I mean, you said it the best, and to really drive that thought home, it's funny how in The Walking Dead, Negan beats Glenn's face in. And then they flip it, and in Invincible, Negan gets his face beaten.
I love how
his character gets his face beaten. But then Cecil keeps him alive. Basically says, "Oh, we're gonna put I think it's his head," and they put it.
No, it's not. It's not his head. I actually looked it up. It's not his head. It's his whole body.
Oh, his whole body is in there.
So basically, it's just like a whole fucking tomb. Yeah. It's a whole fucking tomb made of out of the hardest metal that they can have. But the thing is, this is the thing that I don't know if you knew this, but Viltrumites, the older they get, the stronger they get.
Yeah.
It's not the younger they are, the stronger they are.
He had said that in the beginning when he was, I think he was fighting Mark or whatever, or he had done
a little sparring. Evil. Yeah.
Yeah, and he made that comment. He said, listen, you're still younger, so it isn't, strength doesn't go by what you've done and stuff like that. Strength goes by age. And also what you do. And so he's like, that's why when what's his name, Conquest was fighting Mark again, he said the same thing. He said, just because I'm an old man doesn't mean I'm weaker. I'm weak.
Just because I'm old doesn't mean I'm weak.
Yeah, exactly. And the thing is too, like he said, Cecil was like, we're going to keep him and find out what he knows, but they also want to try and use him as a weapon. Because the thing is, Cecil looks at it exactly like Negan looks at it. People are resources. Yeah, regardless of if they're bad or good, I'm going to use them to the benefit of me.
Which I would love to see how the fuck they're going to utilize Conquest as a fucking resource, because it's just like, you're going to have to plant something deep inside his mind. But he had just a second. He had that little 5 second with Mark when he had him down and he was choking him, and he was just like, I'm so tired. I'm so alone. And the thing is, even if I cry, it's not going to change anything. Yeah. Nobody cares. I don't even have a name. Nobody talks to me. Everybody just sends me wherever I need to be sent, and I do what I do.
Yeah.
I conquered so many planets. So many, and I'm still so alone. Take this to your grave. Yeah. Then start choking on. This is like, bro. But you see, that little small. So I wouldn't say that's hope, but you can see that there's still a little silver lining right there. Where,
they all have it. Where they're
they still have a little silver lining of some type of humanity. Yeah, exactly. They have that little silver line of humanity to kind of make them not change, but realize that dude, I'm so fucking exhausted. Yeah, I'm fucked up. I'm so exhausted. Dude, I'm just tired. I'm tired of going to planets. I'm tired of fucking killing all these people and stuff like that.
I'm tired of them seeing me as a monster.
I'm tired of getting sent to fucking all these fucking places and stuff like that. And this is what I have to do. And I gotta go through these parameters and shit like that. like, I'm so exhausted. Like, I don't want to fucking do this shit anymore. Like, I'm fucking done. And you remember that episode where, what's his name? Well, I'm trying to remember his name. The big dude that protected Rick's daughter in that shed when that dude fucking sent him up. You remember him?
Judith.
Yeah, Judith, and he was protecting Judith's daughter, and he got pissed off at what's her name?
Is Judith older? Because I only
still a baby.
Still a baby. Tyrese.
No, not Tyrese. The other one, because there was another one after that.
I know Morgan. I kind of stopped. I stopped watching it after.
I want to say it's. I don't want to say it because I don't think it's correct.
After Negan basically got his throat slit, and then they took him hostage and put him in the basement of the house. I basically stopped watching it after that because from there forward I was just kind of like, It outlived. And not only that, but it was already like over 12 seasons deep. And I was like, okay.
Yeah, because the one you're talking about, because you already said T-Dog.
T-Dog, yeah.
Yeah, T-Dog. Oh, Tyrese.
Yeah, oh no, I said Tyrese. I didn't say T-Dog.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so Tyrese, when he was in the shed and he was talking to the people that was against the group, and he was just like, dude, like, I don't know why you don't just go ahead and fucking bash my fucking brains out.
Because I'm going to keep coming back.
Because I'm going to keep on coming back. I was like, dude, I'm fucking tired. Like, I don't want to fucking do this. Like, dude, I don't fucking want to be here. Yeah. Like, I don't fucking care about this. Like, dude, I'm so fucking over this. Like, dude, like, what you should do is fucking bash my fucking brains out or kill me or whatever way you want to fucking do it and take the fucking girl and get the fuck out of here. Yeah. Like, dude, I don't want to do this today.
Yeah.
But in that same type of rationale, copy and paste, I feel like that's the same way how these Viltrumites, some Viltrumites, I'm going to say all of them, some Viltrumites, because the ones that were really willing to fucking throw the fade when they went on that bug planet.
Yeah.
They were all willing. They were like straight up like, okay, like this is what we got to do. This is our objective and stuff like that. Yeah. And they didn't give a fuck. But then when they were in the prison and shit like that, like obviously like it was like very pinch and poke because they were trying to get as much shit out of Omni-Man.
Yeah.
But obviously when it came down to his execution, you know what I'm saying, then that's when they were really, you know, start to nail it down and stuff. But it's just, it's crazy because you see the reflection between Omni-Man and Conquest. So it's just like, Omni-Man, obviously, he feels some type of way, and I'm glad that he turned good, and he actually said he misses his wife, which still kind of, because he never married the bug chick. Because that was the girlfriend.
He married her. Yeah.
He did?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, alright.
He married her and had a kid. And
I didn't know if he actually fully married her.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because she basically says, like, for me, I very quickly fell head over feet. And he's like, head over heels. And then she's like, yeah. And then basically she was like, because I don't have much time. So for me, it was like multiple years. But for your father, it was only days. And she was like, I basically fell in love with him and progressed basically into ask him to basically marry. And then she's like, shortly after we had your brother. And then so on. But
yeah. Sorry, I had to look it up just
because
I wanted to absolutely make sure. But yeah, you're right. He did absolutely. But I feel like it's just part of the custom because you listen, mother effer. All right, you're not gonna do no analyzing BS on me. All right, where you ain't doing that. But yeah, nah, dude, it's crazy because it's just that slim, thick, like not thick, but like actually maybe kind of thick because you don't know how many, like, again, parameters Conquest has to go through for him to reach that rationale.
Well, if you think about
if he was willing to do all of that shit when he fought Mark and killing all those people and stuff like that, he did the same thing that Omni-Man did to Mark. He literally took his face and went through fucking Hawaii and fucking killed all those people. But I don't know.
Well, and that's the thing too, because he says, like you said, he said there's so many parameters, and then he's like, but I don't know what you did. And basically, that was the most freedom he's had in a long freaking time. So he was like hyped.
Yeah.
And then
I think it was about freedom that he had.
Yeah.
Like you said.
And then it's just like his dad. His dad was like, you know, there's so many parameters. Like we're not supposed to marry anything other than humans or species that look close to us.
Yeah.
So if he was to marry like a bug creature, or an animal or whatever, then they would be instantly murdered, and so would any kids.
Because it's like it's crossbreeding.
Yeah, exactly.
One, it's crossbreeding, and two, you're going against your oath because you're supposed to be, how do you call it, ruling, or like you're supposed to be,
creating
dictating.
An ultimate species.
Yeah,
too.
You're supposed to be dictating and putting our emblem or whatever like that, our place on there, because we're not going over these planets and just being hunky and dory, which what he felt when Omni-Man went down to Earth at first point. That was the main objective. When Caesar first saw him, he was just like, Donald was just like, oh, like, should we send Immortal? He's like, well, you know how Immortal is. And then I like the comment that you made. It was like, well, look at Immortal now. Yeah. Because I was just like, that's a true point, Mike, because you gotta admit, it's just like, how you gonna have a dude that's fist first and then have him, the main person, or, the boss, or whatever like that, and, for the Guardians of whatever like that. It's just like, dude, like, nah, dude, like, that's, like,
yeah,
nah, that's very fucking fickle. And then, when you're coming down to Omni-Man, and then you guys are having to first meet him and stuff like that, and you guys approach him like that, now it's just like, okay, we're going to approach this in a different way, because now we're going to use him and kind of have him be our type of hero and stuff like that. And then he met up with Debbie, and Debbie obviously, they did their thing, and then they formed Mark. So I feel like he was already far thin, but you saw that clip when she was just like, after fucking Mark was like, I'm gonna be tape man, I'm gonna tape people up with duct tape and stuff like that, and she was like, oh, go wash up, and hopefully it will soften up the duct tape, and I could peel off you or whatever like that. And then she went upstairs, and you could tell he was just like, okay, I just gotta kill them all or whatever like that, and then take over this earth or whatever. And then he felt some type of feeling of remorse, and then he was just like, why do I feel this way?
Why is this happening?
Why can't I fucking just kill them
do my
all?
job? Yeah.
Yeah.
I think too the objective. I love how they went straight into the point. Like, he was angry, and he went straight to the point of I was going to kill your whole species, and then we were just supposed to rule over the little bit that's left. But I think in reality, it's their science is kill most of their population, keep Mark, and then him and Mark are supposed to populate with multiple women, and then continuously grow that superhero, half human, half to spread. It's kind of like when you say, we gotta repopulate this island type deal. Yeah. Basically, that's what he's looking at. We need to kill off all these people.
You know that chick that Mark fought? That was Viltrumite?
Yeah.
Did you know in the comic that she actually almost raped him?
You're talking about the one that hits him into the boat or helps him with the boat in the Kraken? Yeah.
Yeah, in the comic, she actually almost pretty much rapes him, because she was just I forgot what she said in the comic, but I read a little bit of it when I was in Newberry Comics. Mm-hmm. But yeah. Basically, she was saying, it's so you want to further your species on this planet, whatever like that. And he was just like, well, I would definitely want my people to live, but I don't want them to die and stuff like that. She was like, well, why don't I offer an ultimatum? And he was like, what do you mean? And then she literally fucking pins him fucking down right after, like, she fucking just land smacked him on the fucking ground. Yeah. Pins him down. And she's like, so we can further the species or you can die right here. And it was like pretty much like pick and poke. And then you got Caesar in the fucking like ear fucking thing. It's just like, it's like, Mark, either you put it in or you better have protection. It's like it's either or. You either got a Trojan or it's like or you better be fucking have some type of fucking arsenal because she is 10 times fucking dude. She went through the Kaijin like it was nothing, bro.
She literally went through it like it was nothing. Yo, and then all the blood flew off.
She phased through it and then flicked it off like she was fucking Ghost of Tsushima flicking off fucking blood off a blade. And it was just like, dude. Like, bro, you already fucking know. Like, when she decked him in the fucking, like, chin, just uppercutting, you could see the blood and the fucking teeth coming out. And it was just like, dude, like, automatically right there, it's like, Mark, you're out of your fucking league. And that's the thing that I fucking hate about Mark. And I hope this next season, he needs to be fucking harder. He needs to be.
He holds back way too much.
He holds back, but the scary thing with Oliver, this is a scary thing because you saw what he did. Hold back. You saw what he did with the Olsen twins. Mm-hmm. You saw what he did with them boys, the blue boys. Yeah. You saw what he did.
The minute anyone who cares about hurts, he goes all out.
He broke one of their jaws. He killed one of them, and then the other one was just like,
I
give up.
And he's like, I don't care.
Fucking literally doing it at him. And I was just like, bro. And then Mark was just like, Sky, now. And then flies in the air. It's like, you killed them. It's just like, what's the problem? Like, they're bad guys, so I killed them. It was like, I don't know why you're yelling at me. And it's like, we don't kill people. It's like, they were bad guys. And you needed help. And it's just like, dude. He's thinking the rationale is just like right then and there. Yeah. If you're not thinking right then and there, then what the fuck is going to happen later on?
Well, and the thing he doesn't realize is that it depends on the enemy too. It isn't like he's going around killing human beings.
No.
Like if you punch a human, they're going to die.
Oh yeah, hands down. But like he literally, like you said, he could literally like fucking like punch fucking those bullies that were bullying him when he was skateboarding straight up in the nutsack, and then literally like whole nutsack and dick would fucking gone.
Yeah.
But he didn't.
Yeah, exactly. Like
he just was
like he knows who he needs to like, who's a threat and who's not. It's like this kid is like just a bully, so I'm just gonna do something to completely, utterly embarrass him, or I'll just freaking take a skateboard, pull it right out from under him, and have him bust his ass. Like,
but that's
simple shit.
Like I said, that's the scary thing with Oliver. That is the scary
thing.
He's
too smart.
He not only is he too smart, but he has two different breeds. He has a breed that ages him faster, and he has a breed that when you age faster, you get stronger. So now you're talking about if we do see Oliver, which we most definitely will, we see Oliver in the next season and he's a teenager, his punches aren't going to be just Mark punches when Mark was just starting out being, invincible, whatever like that. His punches are going to be on a substantial of either Army Man or even, dare I say it, Conquest, because of the amount of damage that he doesn't know that he's inflicting, because he's overthinking that this is a jab. When he thinks this is a jab, it's really
a full flesh,
yeah.
And I think that's the cool thing, is that it's scary for, obviously in the anime it's scary, because when you think about it, like you said, he ages fast and his power gets stronger with age. So those two combined, think about like, Mark's aging and it's gonna make him stronger, but Oliver's aging even faster. So he's gonna surpass Mark in no time.
Substantially.
So because if
can you imagine if we got Mark versus Oliver?
Yeah.
Dude, and I feel like that's what's gonna happen up in this upcoming season, where Mark is gonna be like, this is like, you either need to calm down or I'm going to set you down. And then Oliver's just like...
Do it.
Exactly. Literally, your words, right what you just said. Word for mouth. Take whatever you just said, point blank and simple. I hope y'all motherfuckers are writing this. But literally, point blank and simple, like straight up was just like, do it. Yeah. Oliver versus Mark, bro. Oh my god, like hands down, I know for a fact.
And the thing is,
like you're gonna see fucking Mark like this, all like fucking
like when his dad beat him
like
up.
that, and then Oliver's just like gonna be like, he's gonna feel some type of way because that's his brother. And he's just like, it's like I told you, like don't push me or whatever that, or like he was like, I'm sorry, and then fucking flies off to some plan. But you know where he's gonna go? Guess where he's gonna go?
Viltrumite.
Not Viltrumite. He's gonna go to where he was born.
The bug
he's gonna go back to the bug planet.
Yeah.
And then guess who's gonna go to that bug planet?
His dad.
Either his dad or more Viltrumites, because the Viltrumites, they didn't conquer that planet. They only intercepted it because they were supposed to conquer it, but Omni-Man and Mark were there, so they weren't able to fully conquer it. They fucked shit up, and they killed a good amount of people, but they didn't conquer it.
Yeah.
Same thing like Earth. They send fucking Conquest, and they send the other bitch over there, but they didn't conquer Earth. So Earth, no matter what, like obviously it has Mark there, because Mark is always going to heal. He always has fucking Cecil over there to fucking heal him, and you know all these fucking bottled fucking bullshit, whatever like that, to like repair him. But at the same time, it's just
I feel like Mark is basically like kind of wearing down, and then Oliver's gonna have to take the lead after a while, because like you said, I mean, you could see even after this last fight against Conquest, you could see he has like, you know, stuff on his arms, holding his arms together. I mean, sure, when he fully heals, he might be able to take those off. I don't know, but I know definitely his leg, like that's a prosthetic from what I saw. It was a full prosthetic.
Oh, you're talking about Mark?
Mark, yeah. Yeah. Because his leg was totally snapped and basically just hanging on by the sheer skin. So, I mean... And it was like that for a while. It was like he was fighting with it like that, flopping around. He was freaking fighting with his hands flopping around like that. So, I mean, you gotta think. He heals fast, but he also needs medical attention pretty quickly after he gets hurt like that, so that way they can quickly get it back
versus
together.
Oliver, when he was asking about Oliver was already healed,
playing around, jumping around while he still had braces on and stuff. Granted, I mean, you didn't see Oliver's bones broken, but you could hear it when he was pulling.
Oh yeah, because he kept on like saying, he's just like
first your bones,
or
first the muscle.
First the muscle,
then the bones,
then the bones, and then
skin.
If you listen closely, you can hear the skin tear.
Yeah,
and he just kept on going and stuff like that. And obviously he passed out after the pain, but like I feel like Oliver's on that level of like recovery, almost on the same level as Alan. So Alan is on that level, like obviously we all know Alan getting beaten up and stuff like that, the more you damage him and the more he gets close to death, he's going to get even more stronger.
Yeah.
So you got Oliver, and then you got Alan, who's on that fast recovery. And then you got Mark, who's on that slight recovery, but it really comes down to that tender. Like it needs to be, attended to.
Yeah.
When you saw that scene and you were like saying like, oh, what the fuck, when
he still has the eye.
No. I'm talking about that scene with him and Adam Eve when they went to the bedroom.
Yeah.
And they actually finally did the deed, and then you saw all that blue ooze coming out and stuff like that. Supposedly, that's supposed to be talking about that Eve might be having a kid with Mark. Yeah. Supposedly.
Huh.
Yeah.
That'd be interesting.
Which, I don't know how that kid would come out, because now you're getting a kid that knows... Atomize, and then a kid that is Viltrumite. So you got human, Viltrumite, and a person who can control atoms.
Which, I have a feeling if that's the case and that does end up happening, I wonder if it would result as her, like her mother, where she ends up dying. But then again... her mother didn't have superpowers, whereas she does. So there is potential that she could have the baby. And then the problem becomes, she has the baby, Cecil gets his hands on it, Mark gets pissed, and basically fights Cecil again, getting the baby out. Obviously, Cecil isn't going to do too much because he knows he has his brother who's twice as strong.
Yeah.
So he gets it and gets out. But does Eve end up living? Or does she end up dying?
I mean, I feel like Eve would definitely end up living, but the thing I like what you're saying with the whole Cecil thing, but the thing with Cecil is that obviously he only sees things that are fit for obviously protecting Earth. Obviously, he sees that type of kid that's coming out and stuff like that. He's going to ask questions the way that you're going like this and stuff like that with your glasses. It's the same way he's going to be looking at that kid because he's going to be like, like, hey, like, like just checking in on you guys, how you doing and stuff like that, And then it's like, oh, like, I heard Mark had a kid, and then Debbie's going to be like, yeah.
Well, and the thing too becomes is that, that kid's got to be had somewhere, and we don't know if, like her mom had contractions, the contractions resulted in her having explosions. So clearly superheroes don't necessarily always have babies normally, so you might not be able to even just go to a hospital. You might have to go to Cecil to have this baby. But, I mean, who knows? He might just be like, oh yeah, and then just keep close tabs on the baby. But either way, like you said, he's definitely going to look at that baby and be like, okay. Mm-hmm. And then be like, it has gonna have Mark's strength and all the, flying, all that gizmo and gadgets, top-notch crap. And then on top of that, it's gonna have Adam Eve's powers where it can, create stuff and break it down and all that. Mm-hmm. And then that's not even the end of it, because to him, that's like the golden goose. But he doesn't realize how big of a golden goose it is because he hasn't seen Adam Eve's full power.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie to you. I like Adam Eve when she was younger versus what she is now. Because
I was just about to say that.
Okay, thank you. Because I was just like Adam Eve when she was younger.
She didn't hold back.
Like her potential, because she was just like she went boom. She fucking made the whole platform
combos
like she was just smacking left and right and shit. Like you said, she was flowing when she was just like doing her little dance and shit like that, getting ready for them and shit. It was just like,
I was like,
that's beautiful.
I was trying to like not be a creep and be like, I like this one better. I was like, oh, but at the same time, I'm like, damn, you're young.
Yeah.
Well, no, I mean, stranger danger. But I mean, I get what you're saying. Yeah, I agree too. That her character development was better as a kid than it is currently.
But I feel like Mark, she also holds back.
Oh yeah,
I feel like that's 100%. What it is too. She definitely holds back.
At least I feel like they explained why she holds back because the doctor or scientist or whatever forced a barrier so that way she wouldn't overstep that boundary.
But when she breaks that barrier and then she does those rings of Adam and stuff like that, you saw what she did to Conquest. She literally just beamed that shit. But if she was able to she broke that barrier and it was actually able to utilize she literally could have made Conquest half of his body into fucking rock if she really wanted to.
Yeah, she could have literally made him into freaking rock and then separated him.
Yeah. Either that or like literally like if she like you said, she could have made his whole being into fucking rock.
Well, and I think that's why he put the barrier, because he was like, I don't want her to do that and accidentally do it to someone that she didn't mean to, and then have her live with that thought of like
her best friend when she was playing around like with the little aura. I was like, oh, like look, it likes you, and I was just like, when I told her, I was like, you need to reel it back, because like she was already afraid with like when you changed the gum from like peppermint and to fucking cherry, like now you're doing a little too much. Like you need to like just reel that sucker back and be like, hey, like listen, like I have superpowers, I don't want you to be afraid and stuff like that.
But I could kind of see, because she's a kid, so she doesn't know any better. She thinks, oh, what I'm doing is cool, like this is badass. Mm-hmm. Like, if I got superpowers now, I'd probably act like a little bit like a kid, and I'd be like, oh, yo, this is cool, Brian, look at this. Like, look at that. And you'd be like, yo, dude, chill. Like, and then I'd be like,
shit, man, if I had superpowers, I would try to utilize it as much. Dude, the main superpower that I want to, like, definitely have is definitely, like, how you said, either the multiple of me or teleportation. teleportation, but like I've seen so many movies where that teleportation comes into like kind of like a little bit of a problem. You've seen, I can't even remember the name of those movies, but there's a lot of give and take on that.
Yeah. So spoiler alert, prime example, like when I was writing my story, I thought about it and I was like, having you... I was having you teleport and basically do your thing, and basically the main guy starting to get fucked up by you. And then basically there comes a point where obviously you're fucking up the main guy. He's going to ask, bad guys don't ever play by the rules. Mm-hmm. So he asks his guys to step in, and they have guns. Multiple guns. It's not just like one gun. So then it's like, okay, how fast can that teleporting go before it's like, okay, like...
distinguish.
Yeah, where's the distinguishment? And it's like, is it teleporting or is it speed? Like, are you teleporting so fast that it's as if you're just running like the Flash back and forth? And even then, the Flash can get hurt or get shot or get hit with stuff, as we've seen in just the Flash itself, and as well as in the game Suicide Squad. When you fight the Flash, you literally can shoot him. So, I mean, there's a distinguishment of like, hey, I could teleport, and it's so quick that enemies can like, I could throw them off. But is it to a point where I'm doing it and, I'm throwing them off, but someone who's on the outskirts or on the side of the fight ends up noticing it and goes, okay, he's going to teleport possibly to the other side, so I'll be ready.
So they try to predict it.
They're trying to predict it, and then you get people predicting it on the outside. So, because like I said, you can analyze, but it comes to a limit of like, okay, let's say you're super strength and, teleporting and, all that. Your analyzation is only going to be limited to, your inner area. You're not going to be able to analyze the whole area, whereas to someone whose ability is to analyze the field,
right,
they could analyze more of the field and be like, okay, so, but I actually have your character teleporting. Like I said, he's messing up the main guy, and then his lackeys pull out guns, and basically one fires a shot instantly, and your character kind of like freaks out, like, oh, like where, and blood splatters on you, and you're like, okay, like basically you essentially comprehend that there's no like injury. Clearly you're not feeling like you're dying or falling to the floor, and you're like, okay, what the hell? Then you look over and you see the guy's head is gone, and basically his body just and falls apart into pieces, and you're like, okay, what the hell? And then, so I mean, it's kind of like...
Also, like, maybe, like, I teleported in within him?
Well, my character actually came in and removed his head and cut him in half.
Oh, shit.
And he just fell apart. So basically...
Because there is some cases where that could happen, too.
Yeah, you can teleport when you teleport
within a person by accident, because you're so focused on teleporting that you're not... Because you're within the action, so you're feeling like, okay, let me go here.
But they moved, and then all of a sudden...
Yeah, just like that 1 foot closer movement, and then it's like... It's like, oh,
shit. And then you're wiping it all up.
It's like, oh my god.
Well, that's just like...
I don't want you on me.
Well, that's just like when they teleport. Yeah, let's try that again. Like portal teleport. And when you go through portals, and you go through a portal, and you come out another portal, and you close it, and as it closes, someone's going through it, and it's like... Or like in the anime Invincible, where he closes the portal and it cuts, and what's his name? Mark grabs his arm. Armstrong. Basically, he closes the portal, but Mark pulls him through, and his arm gets cut off. Another example of teleporting is in Harry Potter. They do that weird thing where they swirl and fly off. Well, what ends up happening is they go to do it, and Ron Weasley, aka Ed Sheeran, no, but basically Ron Weasley goes to do it, and when he does it, one of the bad guys grabs his arm, and when he grabs his arm, he ends up going to twist, but the guy's still stationary, so it twists his entire arm into like a spaghetti noodle, like taffy. and then he lands, and when he lands, the guy had died in the transport. Like, he obviously let go of his arm, and then he had died. But Ron ends up landing, and his whole arm is, like, bleeding, and all his muscles are stretched out and, like, twisted and everything. Jeez. And they're trying to tend to his wounds and stuff. But, I mean, that's the same concept of, like you said, teleporting, and then you don't realize, like, oh, shoot, I teleported.
Wait, what Harry Potter movie was this?
Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows.
Part 2?
2, I believe.
Damn, we don't have to rewatch that. Holy shit.
Yeah. I have to say, those two, not the best, but they're the most, like, constant, like, something's happening, always something happening type deal.
We definitely gotta have a Harry Potter marathon.
Oh, hell yeah. Maybe this weekend. Since we're going back to work, might as well.
Yeah.
Probably do that and maybe watch something else, like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Since you watched it without me.
Listen, man.
Alright. But, no, definitely, yeah, you know, it was kind of cool, because, and then, you know, my character, I made him very kind of goofy. I kind of made him like, what's his name? With the bandana over his eyes. From Jujutsu
Kaisen?
Yeah.
Oh, so you made your character
kind of.
Oh, so you liked his personality, huh?
Oh yeah, I love.
I feel like you liked him because you kind of fucked with him.
Oh yeah.
I was just like, I feel like Mike would fuck with this character. I was like, let me play this anime for him because I feel like he'll like him.
Yeah, I love his character,
dude. If you liked that anime, I'm like, dude, we should bench watch Demon Slayer. I don't care if I have to rewatch it over, but like, dude, it's funny because there's like certain moments where like they're like training, and like the dude that knows like the Flash thing, he's really obsessive. Like, he's like what's his name from Pokemon that's always obsessed? Is it Brock?
Brock, yeah.
Yeah, who's always obsessed with like Nurse Jenny and Officer Joy. Yeah. That's how he is. He's like always obsessed about like females and shit like that. Oh, dude, there was so many moments that had me dying. He's like, you gotta be kidding me. He's like, you're fucking good. I was just like, dude, I'm like, dude, he's over here getting so fucking pissed off, and he's not even worried about the fucking demon and shit like that. He's just like, you gotta be kidding me. We're on this fucking mission. You got fucking 3 wives. And I was just like, dude, like, you worried about this dude having 3 wives, and then you're asking questions. He's just like, is that a fucking problem?
So basically, towards the end, when I had my character, basically, he had henchmen. Your guy ended up taking out some of them with, basically, you had taken the main guy, the main villain, or, well, not the main villain of the story, but the main villain at that time. You took him and slammed him against a tree, causing the tree to completely break and fall over and crush some of them. And then my character takes out the remaining ones that are left and finishes off the main guy. But he ends up basically he runs and basically ends up in front of the freaking guy, because, like I said, he's kind of like Flash, except a little more faster, because that's his main ability. And he ends up in front of them, and he goes, hey, leaving so early? I think you need a hand. And then they're like, and then he grabs the dude, puts his hand on his like shoulder or his neck, and lifts it up and separates his hand from his arm and chucks the dude. The dude falls on the ground and basically is screaming. And he takes the hand and tosses it to the girl and says, there's your hand. Now go tell your boss to stop fucking with us.
Damn.
And he goes to turn around and run, and he ends up freaking running over to the tree right next to Bryce and Tanya. And basically, she goes, what the fuck? Because she gets startled because he's right there. And then Bryce helps up Tanya and says, oh, let's, help take care of that wound that's on your shoulder. Because she had been hit by basically an electric whip. And he goes, I just got to go get my bag. I left it down the pathway a good ways. And then Nick goes, oh, you mean this bag right here? And it's right next to him, next to the tree, all dumped out. And then I'm about to have Bryce basically go like, dude, you shook up my fucking drink.
Dude, I like the comedy that you have in it. I like the comedy. Like, dude, keep on going with what you're doing, bro. Keep on doing what you're doing, bro. Like, don't ever, like, don't stray away from what you're doing, bro.
I'm trying to make it.
Because you got like a lot of aspects in it, and I love what you're doing. So like seriously, like keep on what you're doing. I'm loving it.
Because I'm trying to make it flow, kind of like, you know, Bryce and Nick feed off of each other. They kind of flow off each other jokingly, and then at the same time, like.
Do you have a name for the fan fiction yet?
Yeah, I have a name for it. It's where is it? It is, I'm gonna botch this name, Koya Kenjutsu Dojo.
Koya Kenjutsu Dojo.
Basically, you know, dojo.
Yeah, yeah.
Thing, and then Kenjutsu. It's basically like a fighting school. Essentially, is what it's. It's just a Japanese type name. But yeah.
So keep an eye out when that comes out, guys. You already heard a little bit of gist of it. That's just a little teaser. That's just a little teaser. He's already on what? You on chapter 5?
No, not chapter 5. I'm only 5 pages in.
Okay.
So I'm trying to take it real slow, so that way I can give detail.
So this is still chapter 1?
Yeah.
Okay.
Chapter 1. I'm about to.
So you're doing long chapters?
No, I'm gonna probably do short chapters. I'm probably gonna end chapter 1 soon because I'm already 5 pages. I might do like maybe 7-page chapters.
Because like I said, I've read books that were like literally like 1 or 2 or 3 pages for a chapter, which I don't mind it because then you're just like literally like you're breezing through it and you're knocking it out, which I love. But no, that's awesome, dude. We're gonna go ahead and cut it right here.
Yeah, probably should. That's a long one.
And we will be back to you guys very soon. Peace.